Alright, some guys had asked for a demo of the Fender Sublime with a passive bass. So this is the Fender American Standard Jazz in passive. Start off, and the whole way through this I'll keep drive at about mid and the volume about mid. On the bottom we got the overdrive tone at about 10 and the crossover frequency about 11. The tone knob is basically that. You go to the left too much, it gets real dark. The other side gets real bright and brittle. The crossover frequency is kind of where you're distorting. Take it too high, it gets real thin and sputtery. Some people like that. And the other way, it gets real dark and muffly. Anyway, here it is with just a Fender Jazz. I'm running it through a V4B. Everything's pretty much flat except for the mid-range is knocked down a little bit. And I got both pickups on and the tone cranked the whole way around. If you turn the tone back on the bass a little bit, it sounds like this. Not much of a difference, so I'm just going to use it mostly towards the front end to keep it pretty steady. Anyway, if you take any setting on this and you roll this back too far into the green, you're going to get this kind of a tone. Real muddy. And here, so let's show you what's underneath. We turn this back to about 8 o'clock, maybe 9 o'clock. And let's take it the whole way up. You hear a little bit more hiss comes into it. And we'll start it here in the center, where it's kind of my favorite. So it gets a little bit more harsh, but I think it kind of gets lost in the mix when you get up there too far. I keep it down about 10 o'clock. Gives you enough lows, but it still cuts through. I'll show you if we turn the frequency crossover up what we get. Back here in the center to start. And it's kind of the same thing. I think it gets a little bit lost in the mix, but for recording especially, it gives you a lot of punch. Depends what you're playing with too. I play in a band with 2 guitars, so I need as much cut through as I can get. But this is a pedal that doesn't make much difference whether you're playing it with an active or a passive. It still kind of has the sound of itself, and basically the only difference is you put the drive up. Let's see if I knock the drive back a little bit. And this is one of my kind of favorite underneath settings. And what you get makes for a good overdrive. if you turn, let's put full drive. So all in all, a really versatile pedal. For you fellas that want to see it in a passive, I hope that helps. It's really not much different than if you're playing with an active. But my next video I'm going to do later on today is the aux fuzz, a little bit more in-depth on that with both a passive bass where it really shines as well as an active, I think. Alright, thanks.